So it's 2003. I'm living in Connecticut. I think it was 2003. Working for General Electric, and I decide it's probably about time that I go see a dentist. Hadn't been to a dentist since I was 14 years old. And I know, really bad idea. So couldn't get any referrals from friends of mine, from any of my coworkers. So like a complete moron, I go on the internet and I find somebody that's close to my apartment and choose a dentist solely on proximity to where I live. So I go to this lady, she checks me out, go through the cleaning, get the x-rays. She comes back and she says, I have a couple of minor cavities. And, is there anything else you want? Your gums are in great shape. Is there anything else you want to talk about? And I kind of let out a big sigh. And she said, what? And I said, I'm really pleased to hear that because I hadn't been to a dentist since I was 14. And the look on her face, I should have known right then. It was a look of like missed opportunity. Like, oh my God, I could have, charged this guy $1 million. So I told her I wanted a guard because I grind my teeth at night. I have since I was a little bitty kid. And we make an appointment. She starts drilling the minor cavities, and she's going to town on this wisdom tooth in the back of my mouth. And at one point at a break in the action, I stick my tongue over there, and the whole bloody tooth feels like it's hollowed out. And I ask her about it, and she's like, yeah, this one's really significant. We should consider a root canal and then perhaps even removing them. And I'm like, wait a minute, you said it was a minor cavity. And I said, I just want the cavity filled. I don't want anything complicated. I really don't have time for this. So fast forward, she measures me or they put the goob in to form this mouth guard. I get the mouth guard back and it's like misshapen. It's missing one tooth. And I asked her about it and she said, you must have done something while we were putting the clay in your mouth. I'm like, how the heck could I have done anything? I'm the one sitting there with my mouth open. I don't have any participation in this. So fast forward, I end up moving to back here in Arizona. And I'm eating a sandwich one day, and I stick my tongue back, and part of this tooth is gone. I must have swallowed it. So my dad suggests I go to his dentist, who tells me I have a couple little cavities, and I said, look, I just want to address the one. And he's like, no, that's not how I do it. I want to do a comprehensive thing for you. So again, like an idiot, no names, by the way, I go through with it, and I get this tooth refixed, and then the other stuff that he said I needed done. Cost a bloody fortune. About 8 months later, it breaks again. Now, when I go back to him this time, he tells me that I need to have, both my wisdom teeth are severely decayed and I need to have them removed, which is going to cost however many thousands of dollars. And he won't do it. He's referring me to an oral surgeon. So not having the time or quite frankly, the disposable cash at that point, considering whatever my family's going through, I just bagged it. And I've been very fortunate to not have any issues, but my mom gets a mailer in the mail for advertising, and she calls me up and said, there's a new dentist, I think it's new, but that will do cleaning, x-rays, and an exam for $22. So I'm like, you know what, I might as well find out what I'm dealing with. So I go to this guy, doesn't ask any of the history or anything. I walk in, I have an appointment, literally, the moment my appointment was up, they call me back. Beautiful facility. The dental hygienist was a rock star. She had just moved down here from Oregon. And they go through the x-rays, go through the screening, even did a screening for oral cancer that they offered for like $20 more. And then the doctor comes in, Dr. Jonathan Kalika, excuse me. And I think that's how you pronounce his name. And I had researched this guy, by the way. He went to UC Berkeley. He graduated from Tufts University out in New England. Super nice guy, younger fella. Went through the whole thing and said, look, Mr. Commerce, I see that tooth's broken, and you've got a cavity in both of those wisdom teeth, but not a big deal. We can stabilize that tooth. The reason it broke is it's very, it takes a lot of pressure and it has to be done in a specific way. And so we'll do both of those things, and I think the total was like $500 or $900 or no, I think it was $500 or something like that. He wrote me up a deal, and I'm going to make an appointment. So moral of the story, just like I say in patient advocacy with doctors, you've got to do your homework. Obviously, recommendations are great, but do your homework, trust your gut, and I'm just super impressed. I'm going to put Mesa Dental Center's contact information under this video. But message me with any any questions or comments, and I will address it.